And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. I hope you're all well. We've got another shocking story, and it does involve yet another hotel migrant, or illegal migrant, should I say. We've been reporting on the countless scandalous things that have been happening from individuals that are residing in these hotels at the taxpayers' expense. However, this one is very, 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 very scary, and thank God for independent journalism. I've been saying it time and time again, the guys that go on the ground with their cameras, recording things, people like yourselves just, recording your everyday life. Independent journalism is massive because we would have never have heard about these stories. So shout out to all the audit channels that are currently there on YouTube and bringing this story to light because it's absolutely disgusting. Now, we've been talking a lot about the hotel, of course, that is in Canary Wharf. We've been speaking about it a lot on the channel. We've seen the sheer amount of protests that have been happening outside the Britannia Hotel in Canary Wharf, of course, as illegal migrants were shipped in under the cover of darkness. And again, these protests are still to be happening. Now, we've got our first incident. I think it was about 2 weeks ago where we've seen the video of the bus load coming in. Now we've got our first incident with regard to a man, and you're going to see this man. In fact, I'll get him up on the screen for you. This individual looks freaking scary, by the way, walking into a woman's house in the local area, and the public reprimand him and wait for the police to arrive. But in typical UK police fashion, they don't do anything with regard to him. They do nothing with him. So this is the individual in question. This is the guy we're talking about here. So as stated, a woman was in her home, in private, safe space, and suddenly finds this individual walking right inside. Not knocking, not asking. He's just there. She confronts him and he eventually leaves and strolls away like nothing happened. But the story doesn't end there, as stated. Locals, seeing what's going on, decide they're not going to let this slide. They apprehend the man himself, hold him there and call the police. At this point you think, great, this is exactly what the police are there for. They've got him, now take him in. But no, the officer turns up and they say that they can't arrest him. Why? Because, get this, he didn't steal anything. So, are you kidding me? The individual didn't steal anything, but he's perfectly fine to just walk into the gaff. Let's get the video footage, guys. I can't believe it. This is some of the footage from the scene. This one's an individual, of course, recording him as he's walking away, and then we'll get to the police interaction momentarily. But have a watch of this.
This is the guy. This is him. He just tried to walk into a girl's house on the IOD. We watched her chase him. Now he's trying to cover his face. Look.
Please. We caught you, mate. We caught you. We caught you.
Now, this is the bit. Listen to what the police officer says. They can't arrest him because he didn't steal anything. He didn't steal anything. Have a watch.
Guys are quite unhappy about the streets, but we have no allegation to arrest them. Okay? I understand that that's not something you want to hear, but unfortunately, there's only so much we can do, and obviously, she's the main person there, and she doesn't want to press charges.
She does want to press charges. She just said to me. What's their alleged offence?
Sorry, everybody, could you make some space, please?
By entering someone's house,
come through.
That's a lot more than trespassing. So if I went into someone's house, you'd do me for burglary? If there's suspicion of burglary, yes.
Sorry, buddy.
They're going to release it.
It's started.
We've let him go about his business. But then when you enter people's houses, that's a different story. Trespass is part.
So, I mean, you heard it there for yourself. I've got so many questions with regard to it. So, he's an illegal migrant. I've already said time and time again, I'm not going to repeat myself with these individuals, but they shouldn't be walking around the streets in the first place. They are illegal. They have committed a crime. They should be in a detention centre. Shit bust. When since did committing a crime warrant you to sit in a hotel? We've spoken about that millions and millions of times. And we're never going to get to the end of it, an explanation as to why they are just allowed to just cut about on the streets freely, unchecked, no idea who they are, documents ripped up, new documents issued, have no idea who he is. He's been in the place for 2 weeks or thereabouts. We've seen them, of course, move into the Britannia Hotel. But this individual, look at the freaking state of him as well. Right? We'll get to his looks momentarily. But this individual just walks into somebody's house, a woman's house, walks in there, just walks in. So now, what I'm understanding here from the police is that you can just walk into someone's house. Is that, I mean, trespassing? Is that not a law? Again, I'm not too clued up with the law, so I do want people to help. Is it just common sense? I'm sure you can't just walk into somebody's house. I'm sure that is not a thing. There's a loophole there, that if you just walked into somebody's house, that surely there should be something done about that. But my goodness me, what must that woman be thinking? What was this individual's intentions? I mean, this guy, I mean, I don't like to judge people just off the basis of their look, but this guy looks possessed. You know, come on, imagine just going, you're in your house and this guy just walks in. He just walks into your gaff. It's bonkers. It genuinely is. Sorry, someone's calling. 2 secs. So yeah, I mean, my goodness me, absolute state of that. But guys, as always, UK police can't do anything about it, apparently. So yeah, we'll have to. You probably wouldn't even heard about this story anyway if it wasn't for independent journalism. But let's get into the live chat and have a little look at this. This is absolutely shocking. Alex says, I'm worried now he will return to the house and do it again. I mean, what precedent does that set for these individuals now that they can just walk into people's gaffs uninvited and just walk in? Oh, what happened to him down in room 47 in the hotel? Oh no, we can just walk into people's houses in the UK. It's crazy. You can just go in there, make yourself a sandwich whilst you're at it. Oh, actually, that would be then stealing, I suppose. So unless you don't take anything from the police's agenda, you can just walk into someone's house. Never heard of anything so crazy in all my life. What if a white person walks into the same house in and out? Yeah, if an individual, let's say it wasn't an illegal migrant that was living in the hotel, if we just walked into someone's house, I'm sure there would be repercussions of just walking into someone's gaff. I mean, again, it's just common sense, you know. I think most of you guys watching this just wouldn't walk into somebody's house. It's just something that you just learn from a young age. I mean, I'm surprised with this individual. I don't know where he's from, obviously, but clearly he thinks it's okay that he can just walk into someone's house. So I don't know where he's from, but do they do that where he's from? I thought this was a universal thing. You don't just walk into people's gaffs. Crazy. Not only did he invade the country, he invaded someone's own home. Insane, yeah. He's got in the country. The hotel wasn't enough. He of course got his mobile phone. He got all his other gadgets and stuff like that. And thought, you know what, fuck it even more. I'm going to try and push the boundaries even more. See if I can just walk into someone's house. This is my house now. I'm taking it. The UK, this is how it works. This country is a joke. I can't believe I am saying this, but I'd rather Thatcher was in charge. At least she believed in law and order. And old Bish sort this shit out. Knowing how things are going, don't be surprised if the victim gets arrested and... Mate, I don't know what else to do but laugh. It's not a laughing matter, funnily enough, but you make that joke, but funnily enough, that's probably the truth on what would actually happen. Unbelievably sickening. Matt Gray says, looks like Axel, the Welsh choir boy, is on an earlier Reese already. Mate, it does look like him a little bit, doesn't it? Again, I don't want to think he's about, but, you know, it looks scary, that individual. I mean, no remorse. Just look at him as he walks down this street quickly. Look at this. Sorry, wrong one.
This is the guy. This is him. He's been trying to walk
world.
into a girl's house on the IOD. We watched her chase him. Now he's trying to cover his face. Look.
Please. We caught you, mate. We caught you.
Ooh. As I said, just cutting about. One of the most pristine places in London. This is it. This is what the government are currently importing at this moment in time. he's obviously not abided. He's not obviously set out. Again, people can talk about illegal migrants all they want. I've said it time and time again. They shouldn't be cutting about the streets. That shouldn't be the case. But these individuals, on where they're coming from, they don't. I hear it time and time again when people try and use the race card or try and say other things. Then say, oh, when you can't say that their ideologies don't align with us and the way that they live doesn't align with us. Well, you know, would a Ukrainian just cut about in someone's house? I fucking bet they wouldn't. No one would. You know, this guy obviously thinks that's okay. Just walking in. Oh, but I was hungry. I wanted to go into the house and get something, or whatever he was trying to do. And I suppose, and again, I can't make assumptions. I'm making assumptions that he wasn't going in the house for a sandwich. Let's put it this way. You know, I won't say what his intentions were because we don't know what it is. But I think you can all guess where I'm going at with this. You know, with the record that we've been seeing over the last 12 days. I bet if it was my house, I'd be the one arrested for not locking my doors. You make these jokes, by the way, but it's actually, it's shockingly funny because that's kind of the way that we operate as a country. You're right. Zoe says, I've been creeped out. Weird man around the building. Sophie says, AY audits. Yeah, good. He does some good content, by the way. Again, independent journalism. I like that. He's rightfully getting a lot of followers at this moment in time. Good on him. Hotel auditor was arrested last week for standing on a public path near a migrant hotel. We cannot go near the migrant hotels because we breached their peace. What about our peace? What about our peace? Yeah. Madness. Absolutely madness. Guys, do let me know your thoughts on this outrageous story. And again, I'm not seeing any of the mainstream media cover this. So again, thank you, independent journalists. And I don't know where this individual's footage was from. Sorry, I found it on Twitter. So if you're watching this, do contact me and I'll give you the credit that you deserve. I've seen AY audits. There's a lot on it. I know there's quite a lot of guys that go up to the migrant hotels and stuff. So yeah, apologies, I couldn't find the credit where that individual clip was from. So if you've got any problems, do contact me and I'll give you your credits. But guys, support your independent journalists. This is what it's all about, and they're bringing you stories that again, clearly the establishment don't want to see, nor the mainstream media want to entertain. That is freaking scary, really, really scary. Oh, my goodness me. I'd hate the thought of it if you walked in my house. Let's put it that way. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all later. We've got another video a little bit later on. We've got plenty of live streams coming up as well. Sorry, I've been on the road the last couple of days, so I haven't been able to do the streams. And a big shout out for everyone who's been supporting the podcast as well. Really, really